Hello children, welcome you all to today's class. Today's topic is in continuation with the differentiation topic. Yeah. So in earlier classes we already have studied what is derivative of a function. Yeah. And also differentiation is the process of finding derivative of that function. So we have studied derivative from first principle and geometric meaning of the derivative also. So today I am taking a very simple concept. I think so we don't have to use that much of brain. Okay, so maybe today's class is a bit lighter, you can say, and also we will be studying how to solve the questions by applying formula and also algebra of derivatives. Yeah, so let's begin the class. So in earlier classes, so we have found out derivatives of some standard functions, and of course we have derived all these formulas in the class by using first principle and derivative of the constant. So as derivative, as we have studied, it is rate of change of quantities. Yeah, rate of change of y whenever we write dy by dx, it is rate of change of y with respect to x. Or when we write f dash x, again it is rate of change of the function fx with respect to x. Okay. And also here d by dx, as you know, d by dx is constant here. So when you take constant, the constant never changes. So d by dx of any constant is 0. So derivative of a constant is 0. Okay, and all these formulas like we already have studied in earlier classes, in previous classes. So how to derive these formulas. Okay, now it is time to apply these formulas. And also when we write d by dx of any function. Okay, so here in today's class, we are taking simple functions. Simple functions means, suppose for example, we have y equal to sine x. Okay, so when y is a function of x and we are getting dy by dx, or you can say derivative of sine x with respect to x. So derivative of sine x with respect to x. It means sine x is function of x. We are differentiating with respect to x. So we are considering these cases. So because we are still in the beginning of the calculus topic. Yeah, so before we apply these formulas, so let me tell you some algebra of derivatives. The first one, just like we already have studied algebra of limits, similarly, algebra of derivatives in which we are going to study, d by dx of fx plus gx, that is equal to f dash x plus g dash x. It means we can say derivative of sum of two functions. Yes, sum of the functions, derivative of the sum of the functions equal to sum of their derivatives. Sum of their derivatives. Okay. So it means if you have 3, 4, 5 functions also, so if instead of 2 functions, if you have 2, 3, 5 functions, still the formula will be valid. Okay, for example, if I write here d by dx of sine x plus, I can write here suppose x square. So it means I can write derivative of sin x, that is cos x, plus dy dx of x square is 2x, like this. So we do not show, every time we do not show the algebra of derivative, but we use it like this. Okay, so now if it is difference, again the same formula will be valid. It means derivative of the sum, or we can write here difference. Okay, so derivative of sum or difference of the functions equal to sum or difference of their derivatives. Got it? Okay. The second formula is very yeah, important. Second one, whenever you have product of two functions, so it means if you have fx into gx, okay, so derivative of the product. In case of limits, we were taking derivative of the product equal, limit of the product of the functions equal to product of their limits. Okay, and here it is a bit different. So d by dx of fx into gx, that is f dash x into gx plus g dash x into fx. It means what we can observe from here. So we are differentiating one function at a time and the other function remains free. So this is called product rule of differentiation. Okay, we call it product rule of differentiation. Okay, product rule of differentiation. Okay, so it means at a time we can differentiate one function and keep the other three. That is the way to remember this. Okay, so in case I have three functions, suppose for example, d by dx of fx into gx into hx, product of three functions. So here we can, we can apply this principle here also. Taking two functions as hx into gx as one function, hx as the second function, we can derive in that way. But I am just telling you how to do it. Here f dash x into gx hx plus g dash x into fx into hx plus x dash x into fx into gx. So here also the similar principle. At a time we differentiate one function and we keep the remaining two free. And the order will not be a problem because we are writing, it is all plus, plus in the sense we are adding, right? So it means we know a plus b equal to b plus a. Addition is commutative. So here, whether you differentiate first function first, your second function first, is okay. Here f dash x into gx plus g dash x into fx. Or you may write fx into g dash x plus gx into f dash x, is okay. Okay, so this is called product rule of differentiation. These two. Okay, then third one is the third one is, if you have to find d by dx of fx by gx, quotient of two functions. Okay, so in quotient of two functions, so it is square of gx, square of denominator here, then gx into f dash x minus fx into g dash x. Okay, so and here the restriction is gx should not be equal to 0. Okay, So this is called quotient rule of differentiation. Okay, we call it quotient rule of differentiation. Quotient rule of differentiation. Okay, we cannot change order here because we are having minus sign here. So that's why we can't change order of the function. And another easy way I can tell you. So here if you want to remember this note, suppose I write derivative of u by v. Let's write it like this: v square v into du minus u into dv. This is the way you may remember. So u by v, so here you write v square, then v. Okay, here it is v square, then it is v. Then I think you will not make any mistakes. So v du minus u dv. Because in case of product rule, if we interchange the terms, like order of the terms are changed, so I mean that doesn't matter. But here, if you change order of the terms, numerator and denominator while differentiating, so it will, I mean, you may make error in the solution. So what you can do, derivative of u by v, so it is v square v du minus u dv. And of course, v should not be equal to 0. And here, when I write here u v, it means u and v are functions of x. Okay. Now let's, before applying this formula, one more last algebra of derivatives. One more last thing is there. Fourth one is when I write here, suppose dy dx of any constant k into fx. So this is equal to k times f dash x. Okay, so for example, if I write here 5 sin x, so d by dx of 5 sin x equal to 5 times derivative of sin x with respect to x is cos. Okay, so before we apply the formula, let's have a look on all these standard forms. Yeah, d by dx, I mean derivative of any constant equal to 0. As we know, if it is constant, the change will not happen here. So derivative with respect to x, a derivative means basically rate of change of quantities. So since it is constant, there won't be any change. So we are getting 0, and we can do it by first principle also. So x to the power n, the n into x to the power n minus 1, here n should be any rational number. Okay, you can, any rational number, you can take any real number also. So derivative of ln x means derivative of, it is logarithm with base e, that is 1 by x. The derivative of log x base a, 1 by x into log x, log a base e. Okay, so wherever I am writing ln x means it is natural logarithm. Okay, log, log. When, I mean, either you write like this also, log x. Whenever we write like this, no, so it is by default we are taking base e, natural logarithm, or you may write ln x also. Okay, so derivative of sin x cos x, and again dy dx of cos x is equal to minus sin x, dy dx of tan x, secant square x, dy dx of cosec x minus cosec x into cot x. And here tan x, secant square x, I told you, dy dx of sec x equal to sec x into tan x. And dy dx of cot x equal to minus cosec square x. So one more thing you can observe, derivative of three c's. Okay, here cos x and cosec x and derivative of cot x. Derivative of 3c, you are getting negative. Okay, derivative of 3c is negative. Okay, now one more thing, I just d by dx of e to the power x, e to the power x, and one more last, d by dx of a to the power x equal to a to the power x into log a. Okay, so here log x base a. Okay, so these are some of the formulas. So let me just tell you how to apply this. Yeah, so when you are given the question like this, differentiate, differentiate the following functions. Differentiate the following functions. If the question is like this, so here we are not given, okay, we have to use first principle or something like this. So if in the question you are given differentiate the function with using first principle, so you have to use first principle or definition of the derivative. Okay, but if it is written in the question, differentiate the following functions, that means of course you have to apply whichever algebra of derivatives is applicable there and also the formula. Okay, so I will be taking some questions from the book only. Yeah, okay. To start with, so mostly questions will be from NCERT. Okay, first question is, okay, we are given 3x to the power 7. Yeah, so this is a question, 3x to the power 7 minus 5x square plus 9. This is the question. Okay. Suppose we are given this y equal to this. So even if y is not written, now you may take it like this also. Y equal to this. We have to differentiate this function. Okay. Of course, let me write here with respect to x. That means I can write here dy by dx. So d by dx of 3x to the power 7 minus 5x square plus 9. So in algebra of derivatives, we have studied derivative of sum or difference equal to sum or difference of the derivatives. Okay. So though we will not be writing all these things, the derivative of this, so 3 into x to the power 7. So as we also know, d by dx of k into fx equal to k times derivative of fx. So what we can do here, 3. Now x to the power 7, derivative is 7 into x to the power 6. So what we are using here, x to the power n. dy dx of x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1. Minus, again 5, here x square, again x to the power n. So 2 into x to the power 1. And 9 being constant, derivative is 0. So we are having 21x to the power 6 minus 10x. Okay. So, I mean, this is the first class, I mean, where we are applying the formula for the first time. So that's why I am writing all these things. So later on, you can be very, you can say, you will be having expertise in differentiation and you can write it directly. Okay, next question is, okay, so we have y equal to x to the power 5 plus, sorry, x by 5, 5 by x. Okay, now if I want to get dy by dx, dy by dx is d by dx of x by 5 plus 5 by x. So here it is d by dx of x by 5. Okay, 1 by 5 into d by dx of x plus 5 into d by dx of 1 by x. Okay, so here let me tell you, yeah, whenever we have d by dx of x, okay, means x to the power 1, so it is 1 into, yeah, you can see here also dx by dx, this is 1. Or if you want to write the formula 1 into x to the power 0, which is 1, but we do it, write it directly. D by dx of x to the power 1 is, I mean d by dx of x is 1. Okay, that directly we will be using. Similarly, whenever we have d by dx of 1 by x, so 1 by x means x to the power minus 1. Okay. So d by dx of x to the power minus 1 will be minus 1 into x to the power minus 2. Okay, that means it will be what? Minus 1 x to the power minus 2, or you can write minus 1 by x square. So again, eventually you will be habituated in writing this directly. Okay, so it is 1 by 5 d by dx of x is 1 plus here 5. Now d by dx of 1 by x means it is minus 1 by x square. So it means minus 1 by x square. Okay. Or you may write 1 by 5 minus 5 by x square. Okay. This is your dy by dx. Here I just need. Okay. So next question. I will be taking some questions where you really can apply formula. So, okay, just let me take some more questions. So this is about using the first thing. Okay. Now here, next question is, so whether it is sum or difference, you can do like this. Okay. Question number 3, y equal to 3x minus 2, 3x minus 2 divided by 5x square plus 7. Okay, 5x square plus 7. So you have quotient of two functions. Okay, so let me remind you of the formula d by dx of u by v. We write like what? D square, then v into du minus u into dv. Okay, so let's apply this. And this implies dy by dx equal to v square means 5x square plus 7. V square, whatever you write here, as it is, you can take it 5x square plus 7 into d by dx of 3x minus 2. Okay, minus, let me get straight. Okay, so minus again 3x minus 2 into d by dx of 5x square plus 7. Okay, v square v into du minus u into dv. Or you can say square of denominator, then denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. Okay, so here you can have 5x square plus 7 into 3x minus 2, derivative of 3x, 3 into d by dx of x is 1, so you are getting 3, and derivative of 2 is 0. It means you are getting 3 minus your 3x minus 2. Now d by dx of 5x square. 5 into d by dx of x square is 2 into x to the power 1, means 5 into 2x. So it will be 10x. Derivative of 7 is 0. Okay. So like this, whenever you practice a lot, no, automatically you will be able to solve the question very quickly. Okay, so now minor simplification is required here. Okay, dy by dx equal to, I am writing here, denominator is 5x square plus 7 whole square of it. Now it is 15x square plus 21 minus 30x square plus 20x. Or you can simplify like, or you can write minus 15x square plus 20x plus 21 divided by 5x square plus 7 whole square. Okay. So like this, whenever you apply the formula repeatedly, whether it is quotient rule or product rule, you can be able to do. So let me take some more questions also. Question maybe 2, 3 more questions I can take. Okay, so y equal to x square minus 2 into plus x minus 2. Okay, so there are two ways of looking at this question, because you can multiply and just like any polynomial, you can find the derivative the way we have done in the first question. Okay, or what we can do like this also. dy by dx, if you consider this is first function and this is second function. Okay, so just to remind you of d by dx of fx into gx, that is equal to f dash x into gx plus g dash x into fx. So at a time we will differentiate one function and keep the other one free. So derivative of this, that means d by dx of x square plus 2 into x minus 2 free plus x square plus 2 into d by dx of x minus 2. That means we are getting here derivative of this function 2x, derivative of 2 0, into x minus 2 plus x square plus 2. Now d by dx of x is 1, d by dx of 2 is 0. So we are getting 2x square plus x square, 3x square minus 4x plus 2. That's it. Okay. So the way you can use, either you are using product rule or quotient rule. Yeah, so let me take some more questions also, so that you really can be confident. X square. This is from NCERT. Next question is, I think this question number 5. Yeah, x to the power 5 minus cos x, x to the power 5 minus cos x divided by sin x. Okay, so this is the question. Y is right like this, y equal to this. So here you see fx by dx, or you can say u by v. Our derivative of this equal to v square v into du minus u into dv. Okay, so dy by dx v square, that is your sin square x. Okay, so write here sin x into d by dx of x to the power 5 minus cos x. Okay, minus x to the power 5 minus cos x into d by dx of sin x. Okay, so sin x, here d by dx of cos, x to the power 5 into x to the power 4 minus cos x, d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. Yeah, so because derivative of 3c is negative, so cos x derivative is minus sin x, you can get here plus, then minus x to the power 5 minus cos x into d by dx of sin x is cos x. In the denominator you are having sin square x. Okay, and then I think you can simplify this. Okay, so we don't have any cancellation. I think, yeah, we can have 5 x to the power 4 into sin x plus sin square x minus x to the power 5 into cos x plus cos square x sin square x. Okay, and last dy by dx equal to, you can write 5x to the power sin 5x to the power 4 sin x minus x to the power 5 cos x plus 1 sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1 divided by sin square x. Okay, this is dy by dx. Okay, so next question, if I write here y equal to tan x into e to the power x. So we have two functions, product of two functions here, dy by dx equal to fx into gx. So d by dx of tan x into e to the power x plus e to the power, d by dx of e to the power x into tan x. So d by dx of tan x is secant square x e to the power x plus e to the power x into tan x. Okay, so that can be written as, we can take e to the power x common, secant square x plus tan x. Okay, so these are some of the questions you really can try, and the more you practice product rule, quotient rule, and the functions like no, when you are having fx plus gx, so I think automatically the process you can remember. Okay, so basically these are some of the questions. Yeah. Uh, and of course, as you know, I already have told you, like differentiation, specifically calculus needs lots of practice. So, that part has to be intact. Okay, so next, maybe last question. Y equal to ax plus b into cx plus d. Okay, so again, as you know, you can use the polynomial by multiplying this, you can get the polynomial, then you can differentiate, or you can use product rule also. Dy by dx is d by dx of ax plus b into cx plus d plus ax plus b into d by dx of cx plus d. Okay, here a, b, c, d are constants. So you can see d by dx of ax, a being constant, you keep it here. D by dx of x is 1. Okay. So b being constant, derivative is 0. And cx plus d here plus ax plus b. Then here d by dx of cx, it will be c, d by dx of d is 0. Okay. So it means you are having acx plus ad and plus acx, yeah, plus dc. So it means you are having 2 acx plus ad plus dc. Yes, ad plus dc. Okay, so okay, so like this you can. Yeah, so basically, today I have taken all the questions from NCRT, so that no, at least the simple questions, the basic questions we can do before we move to some more. I mean, you can say complex, taking some more complex functions. 3 cot x plus 5 cosec x. So dy by dx 3 times cot x. So I am doing this question directly. Cot x derivative is minus cosec square x. So you can write here minus 3 cosec square x. Cosec x dy dx of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. So minus 5 cosec x into cot x. So in the process of solving such questions, no, automatically you will, remember all the formulas. Okay, that means you don't have to remember all the formulas like by heart, but when in the process of solving the questions, automatically the formulas will be registered in your memory. Okay. Uh, okay, so this is also one of the questions from NCERT. Yeah, you have x square. Yeah, we are having y equal to x square cos pi by 4 divided by sin x. So whenever you see this question, no, so cos pi by 4, remember whenever we write d by dx of cos x, that is your minus sin x. But whenever you take cos pi by 4, d by dx of this, you should not write minus cos pi by 4 because cos pi by 4 is a constant. Okay, here cos x is function of x. Here cos pi by 4 is a constant, that is 1 by root 2, you know. So you don't have to write even 1 by root 2. So you can take directly d by dx of cos pi by 4 is 0. Okay. Yeah, so basically this. But here we will treat this as a constant. So dy by dx. Now cos pi by 4 is constant. Cos pi by 4 into d by dx of x square by sin x. Okay, just like no d by dx of k f equal to k times f dash x. Okay, so cos pi by 4, if you wish, you can write it 1 by root 2. Okay, now it is u by g or fx by gx sin square x. Now sin x into d by dx of x square, that is 2x minus x square into d by dx of sin x is cos x. Okay, so you can solve the questions directly like this also. But yeah, so you have to, in the beginning you may have to show the steps, but once you are very confident, you are familiar with the steps, so you can solve the questions directly like this. So 1 by root 2, I can write here sin square x also. So here you have 2x sin x minus x square cos x. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, so I think today we have to wind up the class here, and in next class we can have some more questions, and I would like to tell you a chain rule of differentiation also, where you really can, I mean, practice the little bit complex questions. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm sure these simple questions will help you to at least to start, yeah, how to use the algebra derivatives and simple standard forms. Okay, so thank you so much. And one suggestion to all of you, please practice a question a lot. To start with, you may start with NCERT, textbook. Okay, and then next step you can go to NCERT exemplar and many more questions. Yeah, so thank you. See you very soon.